Hello, gorgeous. Welcome back. My name is Gigi. It's been about 3 weeks since we put these on, and it's time for freshness. So, what we're going to do is fills today. We're going to start by removing the polish. If you like the drill you see, check below in the description for a link to salvalandofficial.com. Use my code GLAMTONES and you'll save 20%. It is an affiliate code. And if you choose to use that, let me say thank you so much. I appreciate you. And because, of course, everything that is earned through Salvaland is going to be spent for the channel. So just be new stuff for us. I love playing with new stuff. So we're just removing all the polish on all of these nails. And honestly, I'm just going to go ahead. I did speed it up a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and show you all of that because it gives you an idea of how well the product, held up. You can see I don't have a ton of lifting. There was one problem nail, and that was the pinky. I think I must have hit it or something because it was lifting, but from the bottom, not from the top. Which, you sometimes you're going to get a little lifting around the edges or the sides, and you just, flake that away with your drill or your file and, move on. Prep, prime, add some freshness. And which is what we're doing on all of the rest of these nails, which really did hold up really well. But I'm going to say the ones that I used all three products on, I think did better. So that's what we're going to do today, use all three products. I am only going to fill because we're going to paint these, so it doesn't really matter what I use to fill them. I'm just going to use the fiber gel because if I'm being honest, that was my favorite. It did have the highest heat spike, but you know what? Gel has heat spikes. That's something you need to learn to live with if you're going to be a gel tech. So I just do the 1 second in, 2 seconds out, 1 second in, 2 seconds out. And while you're out, you hold your hand upside down and voila, you get cured without, screaming into the night because the heat spikes hurt. They are not pleasant. So if you are thinking about starting a gel situation, just be ready and know that you need to protect yourself from those molecules bouncing around in the gel because it creates heat. And you know what? Let's talk for just a second about having a dust collector. And even if you're not doing sets on other people, which I don't, I only do sets on myself and tips for you guys. Although I'm always open to models and I don't charge because I'm not licensed, right? But anyway, get a dust collector, guys. I mean, at the bare minimum, wear a mask. But a mask isn't going to really pull the dust away from you the way that this does. And as I'm working, you can totally see the way the dust just jumps into the filter. And you can see how much blue is in that filter. That's how much is not in your lungs or on your furniture or in your carpet or whatever. I'm just admiring how much I like that the nails really stayed on. I think I really like this new Vita Prime. But we still have to talk about my other hand because that one didn't hold up as well. I used, and I'll link it up in the little doobly-doo as well, but I lost 3 nails on that side. And I have to say it's probably user error because as you can see on this one, I did really good. But I worked my other hand, of course, it was done with my non-dominant hand. I think it's possible that once I put all of the priming products on, that maybe I touched them or something. Or anything could have happened. Maybe when I was making my my forms, maybe when I was putting those together, I touched them. Anything could have happened because a couple of them are on even better than the ones on this hand. But 3 of them they did not last. So there you go. But I'm going to redo those and they're going to be pretty as well. So there you go. Let's start with some primer. We are going to put that on all the nails and that was dehydrator. I'm sorry, prep. Let's start with prep. And this is double. I do double prep. So double dehydrate. I like to really make sure my nails are ready. I was out of frame for the Vita Prime on my thumb. Sorry about that. But then we're coming in with the Vita Prime. This is an acid primer. Please be super careful. And then coming in with the second primer, which is the Mia Secret Primer. This is a non-acid primer. So the acid etches and the non-acid is sort of like double-sided tape. So now we're going to come in and just fill. We're going to do a little bit of fills. I'm going to lay down a slip layer very carefully. This is not my normal brush, by the way. I'm just trying some stuff. I like the idea of having a longer brush for the gel, but I'd never used it. I've just seen it done. And I was like, I have a brush that's a little longer and it's flat and nice, almost brand new. So let's try it. I'm not upset. I want to use it a little bit more, maybe buy myself a better one, because this is more of an art brush and less of a gel application brush, which tends to be a little stiffer. Not a lot, but and the bristles may be a little more closely packed together. But I liked it. I liked the feel of it, and I liked the way that it smoothed everything. There you go. So what I'm doing is I did pull down a little more product than I normally would when I removed the polish, because it has been 3 weeks. So we're kind of rebalancing these. Normally you would just fill in the backside, but I just felt like, especially since they're a little on the shorter side, they needed to have a little bit of a rebalance to have the right look. So that's why I'm putting a little more product on than you would normally see during a fill. And like I said earlier, I'm just filling with the fiber. The product that's already on this nail is natural fiber, so it's the same gel, just with a little color. And I didn't want to fill with that just because I didn't want to be opening and closing all of the jars. I want to see how they fill together, right? How do they work together and love each other together? So it's all just a test, but also just for quickness, for cleanup quickness, for all of the things. I just decided to use the fiber and keep going with it. I really like the consistency of the fiber. So now I continue that process with the other two nails because I completely redid the pinky nail. I just did that off camera. Now we're going to come in and I'm just going to show you a short version of my filing routine. I like to start at the sides and start by cleaning that up and just sharpening it a little bit. And then as I'm on that side, I just start rounding over the top, hitting that cuticle area, but mostly rounding over the top of the nail so that I get a nice smooth curve. When you're filing, one of the things that I think stumps a lot of people, and I know it did me in the beginning, I totally was not getting it. When you look down at your nail and it looks fat, but you've already gotten your sidewalls very snatched and beautiful, the fat that you're seeing is on top. You're just seeing it and reading it as sidewall fat. It's not sidewall fat, it's top fat. So when you round over the top, when you do that rounding motion, what happens is you smooth that corner, because there's kind of a corner that can develop when you're putting on the gel. And once you remove that and you round it up into a nice curve, all of that fat goes away. And you're like, oh, there's my beautiful nail. So you see how I'm doing it from the side, holding it in that, like think of the nail as vertical and the file as horizontal, right? And just round over, round over, round over. And that is going to make your filing so much better, and it's going to make it quicker because you're not going to be spending time trying to remove something in the wrong place. And then when you're over filing your sidewalls, you're removing too much product and you end up hitting your nail, which is absolutely not what you want to do. So, and I mean your natural nail, hitting your natural nail. So just try that over the top. You can see how much less fat my nail looks now just from that over the top. And then look at it from every direction just to make sure you have everything the way you like it. And once you develop a routine where you do the same thing with every nail every time, your filing's going to be quicker and the nails will look the same. That is one of the things that all of the good teachers that I have watched on YouTube or their own websites or whatever, they all say exactly the same thing. You have got to get a routine. It's the only way to make it right every single time. So the color we're going to work with today is this beautiful color from Canny. It's a very pinkyish nude, and I think it's a good nude for me. I really, really like it a lot. Honestly, I think so many people could wear this exact color. It's got just enough pink, but just enough of a more earthier, browner, tanner, maybe sort of vibe to it. So it's perfect. And it feels kind of neutral to me, not too warm, not too cool. A little more to the warm side, I think, but it's so pretty. And we're going to do 2 coats of that, of course, on all 5 nails. And once we get that down and completely cured, you want to fully cure these. And there is a sheerness to it, especially with a single coat. But once you get the second coat on, there's more of an opacity. And you can see the number right there. I think it's 9059, but it will, of course, be listed below with all the other things that we use today, which are not that many things today. But now we're going to switch over to Model 1s. And look how well these colors work together. And it adds more of a rose gold sort of vibe to the set, but this is a cat eye. So we're going to have fun with that. I know everybody wants to see the cat eyes. So guys, I left them all in. Normally, I would just show you 1 or 2 and move on, but who doesn't want to see the cat eye, right? And I'm still playing and learning how to do it exactly the right way, but I think I'm starting to get better. So what I've been noticing from the girlies online is you use the shorter end of the rectangle. Oh, let me talk about this real quick. I put in a whole bunch that I thought I was going to use, and then just like last time, I realized the backgrounds were white. And I tried it on there. It didn't look right. I didn't like it. But I do want elephants, so we're going to use a different one than those. But I decided to switch it up and use this really pretty moon with some lotuses. So the whole theme is sort of a super duper zen kind of thing, where we've got the moon, we've got the lotuses, we've got our beautiful elephant, and it all pulls together this meditative Zen sort of vibe that I am trying to cultivate in my own life. So it suits where I'm at right now with how I'm feeling about everything, and how I want to calm myself, to add more calm to the world, because ladies and gentlemen, you know things are not calm right now. So let's all like ohm it out together and try to add just a little bit more calm to the world, because maybe we can radiate that and help use it to make some changes that are so desperately needed right now. So there you go. But let's continue with this beautiful cat eye polish. It's gorgeous, and it looks so pretty on this background of the canny. I really love it. And honestly, at first I hadn't thought about doing cat eye with this set, but I'm really pleased that the thought hit me that I should cat eye these up, because it's so pretty. And I think the water decals look real pretty with that background. So there it is. There it is. I'm super happy. Let's just enjoy this. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Okay. But look at that, the shift. It's all about the shift, right? So we're going to do these last 2 together. I do tend to very quickly cure any cat eye that I use right away, because you don't want those particles to shift back, right? I think there is a settling phase. And if you let it settle, you're going to lose the look that you worked to do. So let's go through it. Let's activate. Oh, there we go. A little more activation, better activation. Kind of forgot what I was doing there for a second. Activate it. And that's what you're doing when you're just sort of running it back and forth. And then grab it and pull it back and forth until you get that shifty look that you want. It just shifts from one thing to the next thing, from one side to the next side. Look at that. Look at that. So pretty. Now here is the elephant that I chose. Let's address the other elephant in the room, which is this green sticker on or decal on the index finger. That's not going to stay. That's why I didn't show it being put on. I just felt like with all the other blue shades, the green in the end made me feel like, wah, wah. It just, look at it. It's beautiful and I love it. It's gorgeous. And I wish I hadn't wasted it this way, but it doesn't fit the set because everything else was too blue. So I decided, let's just stick with the blue. Let's pick some other stickers and, or decals, and that's what we did. This is the one I'm swapping it out with. It's a very similar vibe, just a different color. A little more white and a little more blue. And I think it works a little better with everything else. Let's do top coat while I sip this coffee. Because my throat is starting to dry out from all this talking. And there's your song. I'm always singing. My grandson sometimes gets mad at me, but it's starting to catch on with him a little. And he starts singing things all the time now. And I'm just like, oh, my boy. I get to spend a lot of time with him now that his parents have started their restaurant. And two things are happening. Actually, probably way more than two things, but two things in my mind right now. I am really just enjoying the bond that we're creating together, and we have been since he was a baby. But also, I am so overstimulated. It is. By the time he went home this week, I was like, please don't speak another word to me. I need quiet. But I am getting more used to it. But guys, let's put some oil on these thirsty fingertips. And then you're going to see the beautiful reveal of these gorgeous nails. I'm really, really pleased with these. There's no gems. They're not super flashy or fancy, but that cat eye does catch the eye. And I think I'm going to be happy wearing these for the next couple weeks. So I love them. Let me know what you think of them in the comment section below. They were super easy, very effective, super eye-catching, and very zen. I think it all works together. Let me know if you disagree. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching my show today. I appreciate you so very much. If you're still here, leave me an elephant down in the comment section, and we're going to see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye.